It's just so see-through.
What all dead thin in the middle here?
So they're just little hairs left.
This is Paul. He's 26 and he wants more hair. Hundreds of thousands of men from around the world are going to Turkey for cheap hair transplant surgery.
Over 90% of patients are coming from the United Kingdom.
Paul's one of them, so we followed him on his journey and spending their hard-earned cash to get more hair. Paul lives in Middlesbrough with his mum and dad. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Tiffany.
Nice to meet you.
In a week's time, Paul will be on a flight to Turkey to have hair transplant surgery.
You'll constantly see me doing this all night.
I want to find out why he's doing it. So I'm here to meet him and his family. How does it make you feel that Paul's having this operation?
Over the last year, his humour's sort of receded as fast as his hairline. He's not as jokey as he used to be, and he's not as confident as he used to be. So I'm just hoping that if this does go right, that it's going to bring back the humour and the old Paul back again.
Paul works full-time in a supermarket warehouse and has been saving up for 6 months for this treatment, which will cost him £1,400.
And I just bring this, obviously the long bit, across to hide.
Paul's taking me on a night out with his mates in Middlesbrough. While we're getting ready, he tells me what he sees when he looks at his hair in the mirror.
This is me at my worst point. No, even my girlfriend hasn't seen me like this. I hate hiding it, I hate flicking it across all the time. It embarrasses me going to the hairdressers and brush it forward, and you just see people looking at me.
So you're going to pay nearly £2,000 to...
Money can't buy happiness, can it? It's worth it for me. £2,000 to have a full set of hair. Or even just the possibilities, good enough for me, I guess.
Why do you feel you have to do something about it though?
It's just confidence.
Come on a weekend mostly when I'm off work.
Paul's taking me to his local social club to meet his best mates. He told me that some of their banter about his hair has made him question the way he looks.
Is it more relating to your age?
Yeah.
Because
You're bang on
you're
the money.
26 and you're going bald. But you're not going bald though, are you?
Yeah, but...
Like, in reality, you haven't got what we call egg in a bun, have you?
No, well, I
In
haven't.
reality, have you got that?
No.
So how do you think you can understand what he's going through if you don't see anything wrong?
I mean, it's receded a little bit there.
Look at what I will say here. Look in the mirror. You're a good looking guy.
Exactly.
Embrace the baldness, man.
I didn't even notice Paul's hair loss when I met him. But it's obviously having such a big impact on his confidence that despite the risks, he's determined to go ahead with the surgery. Istanbul is hair transplant city. Thousands of men travel from all over the world to get low-price surgery in Turkey. And as you walk around, the patients are easy to spot. There are more than 300 clinics and businesses offering hair transplants here. I've come here with Paul and he's letting us film the whole procedure. It's his first time in Turkey and he's only going to be here for 48 hours. His hair is inspected.
So, Paul, you have bilateral recessions.
And he's given a consultation.
Do you want something special? Natural.
The surgeons draw Paul's new hairline with marker pens. Paul will be awake for this 8-hour operation. This looks painful, but it's actually a needle-free gun used to inject a local anaesthetic. 2,700 hair follicles are taken from the back of Paul's head, where he still has lots of hair. This surgery would have cost Paul around 4 times as much if he'd stayed at home to have it done. During the last stage of the operation, Paul's follicles are reinserted. Sounds crazy, but I just can't believe they're actually pushing hair into his head. The surgeons say it will be at least 6 months until Paul sees good results. Having watched this so close up, I can tell that this has been more gruelling than Paul expected.
Well, I just to take it out and put it in the front, but I just didn't realise how many injections it was and how long it actually is.
The bandages go on and it's time for Paul to see his new look. He hasn't seen it.
That's the most important.
Yeah.
It looks mental.
It looks what?
There's not enough milk maybe there.
Yeah.
With the procedure over, all Paul can do now is head home and wait to see if and how his hair grows back. A month later, I'm back in Middlesbrough to see how Paul's hair's growing and to find out how his new look is going down with his family. Hi!
How are you?
Okay? Good, thanks.
How
How
are
are you?
Sound.
Oh, let me have a look at your hair. The first month after surgery is the worst period for hair transplant patients. After around 10 days, the hair from the transplanted follicles falls out, and it can take up to 6 months for new hair to properly grow back.
I was like waking up and I was dead happy about it. I was like looking at it and I was like, yeah, it looks so cool.
So looking at his hair now, does he have any regrets?
I might go back for another one actually, depending on how this turns out.
You're thinking of going back already?
It's like having a puzzle and having one piece missing. So I'm looking in the mirror now, it is a bit light, so I might consider going back for that.
With young men feeling pressure from celebrity culture, society, and those around them, and an industry making cosmetic surgery cheaper, it looks like more and more guys will be going to extreme lengths to change the way they look. But I wonder whether they'll ever be satisfied. Like Paul said, he's already considering going back for more.
It's just what the young'uns do nowadays. It's vanity for them, isn't it? TV pressure. You see all these people on these shows like Love Island and they've got to be like them. And it's not really, that's not the real world. He's fine the way he is, bald or what. He's a good lad. He's alright.
Hello, just a short video to tell you my experience of my hair transplant. I'll start by telling my name, Paul Redman. I chose Smile Hair Clinic and it was probably the best choice I think I've made so far. I got 2,700 grafts. I was pretty much receding from the front, just waiting to see where I've had it now. And I'm at currently 4 months, so to say at 4 months and see this amount of growth, I'm pretty happy right now, and I'm quite excited to see where it leads to in the next 2-3 months. I chose to get a hair transplant because of my confidence. My confidence was beat, and I really wanted to, you know, boost it. I wanted to improve myself, and people might not agree with that, but it's my decision and it's what I chose to do. I went through QNO Medical, and it was, I won't lie, it was completely accidental. I found them, and it was a good accident. The lady who dealt with me was absolutely fantastic. She's called Elizabeth. She helped me 100%. I've always spoke about getting a hair transplant, but I was never like, I didn't think I'd actually go for it. But after being on the phone with her, and she did everything for me. I pretty much booked the flights, job done. What more do you want? And yeah, that's pretty much the reason I went with them. It was total accidental, but it was a really good accident. The procedure for me was good, quick. It was about 5-6 hours, I think it was for mine. 2,700 grafts. For me, the injections, they were a little painful. They're not excruciating. They're not crazy painful, but people are different, and it's as simple as that. A few of them did really hurt. Some of them I didn't even feel, and yeah, I'd probably rate it 5 out of 10 at the max, and that's pushing it. Yeah. Now that my friends and family have they've seen how it is, and they all thought I was silly for going to get one, but yeah, again, it was my choice. So they've all seen it now, and they're all quite impressed. To be honest, they're all there, happy for me, and they're glad that I've actually went and done the procedure, so that's a good thing. I think it took about 2 weeks for me to hit the shedding phase, and it was horrible. There's nothing I can describe it as. It's just not nice seeing it all fall out and having to be so careful washing it and trying to keep the grafts safe as possible. But a couple of weeks after, a week or so after that, I think it was all done, ready, and it was little hairs were coming back through. I did have a little bit of shock loss. I think some of you will probably have seen the pictures that I posted, and I was quite worried, reasonably worried to be honest. I didn't expect to see a little patch like that, but I can show you now it's all gone. It's come back nicely. It's not a problem. So there was a bit of worrying for no reason, so that was good. But decent growth. I think it was probably about 2-3 months for me. I think it was around about the 3rd month that I started really seeing some significant growth, which is good to see always, because the last thing you want to do is pay for a procedure and find out it's not worked. So yeah, it's basically about it really. So I hope this helps you. And any tips really, all I can give you is just say use biotin, be very careful, and just listen to what the doctors say. Just, you know what I mean, if they're telling you not to smoke, not to go to the gym, just do it. It's 10 days, you know, it's not a lot. It's your choice. You don't want to waste your money if you're going to ruin it over a quick fag or a quick drink, or go for a run. You know, just 10 days off and enjoy it.